Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Wandering Tavern. We have wandered into Trailer Town once more, and while many of them are run down and empty, in the case of one of them was actually very much hopeful. So, today, if you haven't put it together, we're going to be watching an HBO Max trailer. You know the one, Wakanda Forever and Mario Bros. Do you have any thoughts on that, Caesar? On what we've seen so far in terms of
God help us. Except for
oh,
Mario. I
we
have
might
high
have to
hopes.
yeah, Mario looks great. We might actually have to do what we did what we're doing for Andor with the Velma series. It might be that trash that we need to watch and go through everything with it.
Oh Christ.
Yeah.
Surely we can just let Jay Longbone do it by herself.
But why do that when we can then make when we can do it as well?
Because that way I don't have to suffer.
Anyway, we will be back. I'm guessing next week we'll cover the second episode of Andor, and then uh, yeah. So next week we'll be covering the second episode of Andor, just doing a basically rundown review like we did for last, not last week, the week before last. Did we have a show last week? I've forgotten
Yeah,
at
we
this
did the
point.
first episode of Andor.
Okay, yes. So last week we did the first episode of Andor. We were almost not having a show this week because my work was severely affected by the hurricane and I have been exhausted. But I've pushed through. So let's get started with what is the only thing we really need to show about this trailer. Because apparently HBO has been very, very protective of it. So the trailer opens with just some like a serial killer approaching the house and cutting the mailbox. Like that's it. So and then fast forward. Oh, I noticed this, by the way. Like the TV is on to a random news channel. Well, that is serial killer on the loose. Loves killing girls, obviously. Because remember, women are never safe.
It's a problem with a lot of these types of comedies is that they try too hard to be funny.
Mm-hmm. All right. So these are this is her opening monologue. She actually speaks this. So it says, "Dear HBO Max, I just learned you intend to make a genre-bending comedic origin story for of Judy Jetson. When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust what is jinkies. There's one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever. I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma."
That's a very disingenuous description of what those people criticisms actually are.
It is, but it also says that just because you can point out that we're criticizing you doesn't make our criticisms any less legitimate.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, this is Velma's redesign.
Yep. She then proceeds to say that she's thankful that Judy Jetson is at least white.
Yeah,
And then we see Velma either black or South Asian. I'm not sure which.
I think she's Indian to better match the voice actress, which, you know, is not pigeonholing actors and actresses based on skin color in any way. It's not discriminatory. She's also like fat now. Like, I think it's probably best here. Like, you can clearly tell she's pudgy,
Mhm.
whereas originally Velma looked at least well filled out. Not super curvy like Daphne, but well filled out. Here she's just fat. And they did the whole, oh, the serial killer's in the house bit, and she's like,
Yeah, they do a
oh, it's not
it's a
funny.
yeah, they do a spoof off of Scream.
Oh, wow, hold on. Going through frame by frame, it's like you see all these new details. Oh, by the way, so um the only character that isn't actually returning for some reason, I assume because Hanna-Barbera actually he rose from her grave and started haunting someone at the HBO Max executive offices, is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Like,
Hanna-Barbera is two dudes.
whatever
You
monstrous
thought
illusion of.
Hanna-Barbera was one person?
I thought it was I
It's it's
thought it was lady that founded it.
no, it's founded by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera,
Ah,
two guys with girl last names. So, yeah, so I think it was trying to remember like they removed Scooby from it to make it more, I guess, adult appealing.
yeah, because no adult in the modern age is gonna want to watch a fucking Scooby-Doo show. Like, like HBO Max has the Scooby-Doo movies and stuff on it. It baffles me as to why they excluded Scooby-Doo from this. So Fred Daphne, who I'm guessing Velma doesn't like for some reason, despite they were friends for years,
I guess because she's jealous that Daphne's more attractive.
probably. Um, and in so you got Fred Daphne, our main character Velma, who is and I forget who I've learned this new phrasing to describe the strong, independent woman. Who is it? Oh, Disparu. Oh, I'm going to steal Disparu. Those phrasing for these people. The strong type B of power. Er, And Norville.
So yeah, I'm looking at the cast right now. So yeah, they made Shaggy black.
Oh yeah, they made Shaggy black, by the way.
Yeah, and his name
They
is Norville.
Yeah, his name was always Norville, but like, why would his friends? I guess at the first episode they won't be friends, but uh, we know they'll be friends. Why would they refer to him as Norville and not Shaggy?
Yes, and let's see, Daphne now looks like she's Asian. Like they kept the red head, they kept the red hair, but gave her, I guess, Asian eyes, for lack of a better word.
The fuck? Like, they understand how do these people understand how genetics works? Like, the reason redheads are primarily white is because the only way you get the redheads is your ancestors basically have to stay in one place, and the family lines eventually intermingle enough to where or you're not necessarily getting deformities these by like close family breeding, but enough that a lot of recessive traits start showing up more, or because of lack of genetic diversity.
Yep.
Same with
And
blue eyes, and same with like blue eyes or things like that. Things that are naturally sort of recessive don't occur very frequently in various populations.
yep.
Also, because black hair is an extremely dominant trait, he, there are very, 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 very few Asians with red hair. I would say to the point where I'm almost unaware of their existence. Let me see.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure you type natural red hair. And let's see, I guess her actress is Constance Wu, so yeah, I guess she is straight up Asian. Yes, heaven forbid that actors play a character of a different race. It's not like Samurai Jack was played by a black man or something.
Yeah,
And Fred is still the same.
of course he is. And Fred will never achieve anything. He won't ever do anything. He won't ever like Fred. You know Fred because he is a straight white man, and will because he is a type A will never achieve or successfully do anything. Also, to another point, is it mildly it feels kind of racist to have Shaggy be black, considering that Shaggy was the cowardly stoner. Like, he's got the munchies all the time. It was implied that Shaggy was at the very least a stoner of some sort.
Well, it's okay when they do it.
Of course it is.
They're progressive allies.
And then it implies she dies. And then it
Yes.
implies the serial killer comes after her. So, but that was the first trailer.
And hold on, I have the video open up right now. So currently it has 22,000 likes and 150,000 dislikes.
Nice. I don't have the plugin to see the dislike
Oh.
ratio.
Yeah, I think you just look it up.
Yeah. But reading through the comments, it's basically like a not sure who said Velma was unsung and underappreciated, but damn, they couldn't be more wrong. Everyone knows is actually a vital portion of the Mystery Incorporated. Whoever wrote that summary never watched the show.
Yes. Oh, also before I forget, speaking of Velma, there's also a new Scooby Doo movie where Velma is now a lesbian.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I've heard this shit for a while. That people trying to claim that Velma's a lesbian. Like that's been a thing for a while. It was never canon, but that's a thing people would say. And I never really got why. Is it just because she has a bowl cut?
But most of the comments as I've looked at them, like have just been, "Oh, she's so great. She's so powerful." Just giving her like, "Oh, Captain, my captain," and "I'm the one who knocks." It's like these comments are basically just, "Oh, Velma's so great. She's so beautiful. It's gonna be awesome." Like, oh,
It almost they sound like bots.
No, they're mocking her. Like,
Oh, it's sarcasm. Okay.
yes, the part where Velma said, "We're in the end game now," just sent chills down my spine.
Oh, okay.
Inspiring.
Oh, one of those kind of comments. Yeah, I've
Like,
seen those.
that's all of them.
That's nice.
Like,
Nice.
I love the part when Velma screams to the prisoners, "I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me." Amazing. I almost cry. The comments are a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's one trailer. Let's do the trailer Disney won't come after us for. Stop. We already have an issue.
Yeah. Yes, we killed off T'Challa instead of just recasting him.
Well, there's that. But this is proof that Marvel knows how to perform a funeral scene, how to at least create and write that when a character dies, a funeral scene. So Disney knows how to do this. But we can't do it for Leia. And I realize this is like an entirely different company that is under the Disney umbrella, but still, though. There should be enough talent shared between the two, or at least enough common sense to have something like this for Leia Organa, a hero to the Republic at the beginning of the Rise of Skywalker. Something. Then, of course, it also goes to show that Marvel can and respect its characters who die outside of the films. And they just kill, like, and within their own universe, like the entirety of Multiverse of Madness is just, we absolutely, we have to have Wanda be the villain, but nobody else can be competent enough to save the day. None of the men can beat her because she is a type B of power. So everyone in that movie is just awful, except for Captain Marvel and uh, Captain Carter, who, well, the logic of Captain Carter's existence is baffling, but
It's such a weird movie. Just the its idea of how to apply fan service. Like, look, we brought back we have Mr. Fantastic, we have Professor X in his floaty chair from the cartoon. We've got let's see, we got the dude from Inhumans. We have Captain Carter. We have uh Black Captain Marvel. I forgot her name.
um,
The Monica
blank.
Rambeau. Yeah, we'll just Black Captain Marvel. So we have it's definitely meant to be like it's clearly trying to give the fans some fan service, but then you have Scarlet Witch just murder them all mercilessly. Like
A
nobody wants to
Scarlet
see that.
Witch possessing a Scarlet Witch from another universe that has limited powers, at least according to the film. Also, they killed their Doctor Strange because he caused the death of the death of a universe, but he didn't know that at the time and worked to fix it with the Book of Ashante, and they were all like, "No, you're still evil. Die."
Yeah,
Bra went through a whole ass redemption arc, and they still chose to kill him.
yeah. Honestly, I don't really know how the MCU could pick up the pieces after this. Just after the last what 5 installments.
Well, Phase 5 will come eventually, and and maybe there will be a glimmer of hope for us.
Just treat phase 4 like none of it happened.
Exactly.
Like
We will
absolute like none of it
just
whatsoever.
just a massive reset. The only thing we need to keep is Loki's multiverse bullshit, and I'm willing to accept that for the story possibilities. I'm willing to accept Loki's series' existence purely for the multiverse.
And maybe keep Shang-Chi. Like it's not a good movie, but it doesn't damage the MCU. At the
Well,
very least we do finally get to see the Mandarin. Well,
hmm.
more or less.
Yes, Legacy, I know Loki's garbage. I do. I understand this. But if Phase 5 comes and someone has a light bulb go off in their head and realizes, "Oh, we should probably just ignore all of Phase 4." I'm fine with that to keep the multiverse. I'm fine with keeping the garbage in. Hmm? I mean, after all, we kept Black Panther and we kept arguably Age of Ultron. And we for sure kept Endgame. So if we're keeping the garbage, Iron Man 3, if we're
Captain
keeping the
Marvel.
garbage, it's the least we can do is keep the garbage that gave us the multiverse, which has so many story possibilities.
Only the most broken people.
Hold on. Hold on. The fuck? Is this an elf?
It's Namor the Submariner. He's like Marvel's Aquaman, except he actually came first.
Only the most broken people. Can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing about this trailer. There is so little to talk about. We have the basic plot, but that's about it. Or we have something of a plot we can piece together by what little dialogue is in this.
Yeah.
So basically, Namor is
He's coming.
like there's so little to work with here. Like I can't even put together what this movie is about. And they're not making me and they're doing their level best to hide that what was her name?
What's her?
The type B of power that
Oh,
was
Shuri.
not the Kingsguard. The scientist girl.
Yeah, that's Shuri, the
Oh,
little sister.
yes. Yes, they're doing their best to try and hide the fact that the little sister is going to be the new Black Panther.
Yeah, I just honestly, they just should have recasted T'Challa. The character has been around longer than Chadwick Boseman even existed.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
yeah.
oh, um, the first movie sort of established that there was a whole like trial by combat kind of thing that would go on here. So shouldn't Gorilla Man be the next leader? Like Shuri,
Ooh.
sure as hell. I mean, I guess she's trained as a warrior. She sure as hell isn't going to be able to beat Gorilla Man.
Yeah, that's another thing that the MCU heavily deviates from the comics. Because in the comics, that gorilla dude's a straight up villain. Like, according to according to our buddy Punished Berserker, apparently in the comics, that guy like straight up killed I killed the avatar of this gorilla spirit and bathed in its blood to gain its strength.
Cool.
He's a very
That's
very
metal as
metal
fuck.
villain.
That is metal as fuck. Just I killed an ancient gorilla spirit, bathed in its blood, and now I have gorilla powers. Fuck you.
And maybe also ate its heart. So like he's bad news in the comics, but now in this, but I don't know. I guess because I want some weird ethnic unity bullshit or something like that.
I guess.
Of his world.
We know what you whisper.
Oh yeah, and I guess the Atlanteans are Mexican in
I
this
guess.
movie. I guess they wanted to make it look different from DC's Atlantis.
That's not true, Legacy.
Yep.
Marvel villains were once respected, like Hermit Zemo, who basically turned all of the basically turned the Avengers on each other. Her using Cap's boyfriend. You've got Thanos, Loki.
I'd say I think the villain from the first Ant-Man was a decent villain.
There are a lot of villains that are very respectable as villains.
Oh, and Obadiah Stane or
Yes,
Ironmonger.
Obadiah Stane. But yeah, remember there were days. That's fair. Yeah, basically the days of us being able to respect any sort of villain in Marvel will have long since passed. Like Loki's villain was himself, but from another timeline. You know, Wanda's villain was not directly and did not do anything wrong. Like Wanda's villain in the villain in WandaVision, I think what's her fucking name? Grandma something.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, same here. Isn't involved with the plot at all. She doesn't do anything. It's all Wanda. Who else? Who else has gotten the shaft in terms of villainness?
Who's gotten the shaft?
Oh,
yeah, the Ben Kingsley's Mandarin. They set him up as being like kind of like Osama bin Laden, but then he's just some actor dude.
Ah.
And I'm trying to think. Problem with a lot of villains, especially in Phase 2, is that they're just kind of bland. There's nothing really to them.
Well, the villains in Phase 4 are worse because they're usually characters that.
Oh shit! I just remembered. So in Marvel's What If, there's like what if T'Challa became Star-Lord, and somewhere along the line he met Thanos, and he was able to turn Thanos good just with a good argument.
Fair enough.
Like, like Thanos now is now just sharing resources around the universe. All it fucking took was a good argument, and Thanos is he's a good guy now. And I guess any genocide he done prior to meeting Star Lord is forgiven.
See, I'm not happy about that. I would be interested to see Thanos change his mind based on the argument of another.
Yeah, but that should have been done like long ago, like during like before maybe right before his people were wiped out.
Hmm.
Because I mean that's like the whole his whole motivation is that his entire people went extinct because they ran out of resources.
Okay, hold on. I was looking at the screen for a moment, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Okay, why though? Like she stabs her spear
We know
through
what
the
you
car, through
whisper.
the back of the car. By the way, the part she's gone through is probably the axle. That car can't drive anymore.
Maybe
Why though?
maybe that's two different scenes just poorly stitched together. Some trailers do that.
I mean, yeah, but so like she stabbed her spear through this car that she's in, and she fucking drives it like with the spear through the back for no reason.
Lost the protector.
Well, Clayton, Hollywood writers don't really understand the material world like you do.
Huh.
Like with your profession, you know the ins and outs of cars. I don't think these writers have ever worked on a car a day in their lives.
Probably.
Maybe at the very most, they might have changed their tires.
It's our time to strike.
It's Julie Williams. Aren't you excited?
I'm not because see, at the very least, I should understand why Namor is attacking Wakanda or attacking the world. Walking away from this trailer, I should understand Namor is our villain, which isn't really made clear. And oh, is that Riri Williams? Straight up? Is she in this movie? Oh my god, please tell.
Don't know who else it would be. That's
I
what I've
would
been
not be
hearing at least.
surprised if they gave Shuri and Iron Man suit. She is in this movie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we get the worst of all of Marvel basically in this movie, in these recent movies. So we've had the God Killer, Atuma.
Wait, which one's Atuma? As in Namor or
No, Atuma is supposed to be the villain.
I
He's
don't know who
an
that is.
Atlantean nomadic warlord.
Hmm.
Okay,
Oh, I get it.
so his origin is supposedly he's supposed to be prophesied to conquer the Atlantean Empire.
Okay, so he's Atlantean.
Yes, he is.
And he's also blue.
But
Well, in the comics, he's blue.
yes. So, which begs the question of why is Atuma attacking the surface world?
Yes, and why are the Atlanteans Aztec? Considering that Plato was Greek, how would he know about uh,
Yeah.
oh god,
Namor
the
is supposed to be
questions.
Greek, isn't he?
Or
Or at least,
Atlantis is.
yeah. But I guess they switched it to Aztec because
I th-
Mexico?
I guess they want to just spice things up, I guess. Shake things
That,
up.
or these people are idiots and don't think any European country means that white people means white people, and we can't have white people be good. That would be he that would mean we're supporting fascism. I would not be surprised if their thought process was that simple.
Show them who we are.
She's so fucking tiny.
Sorry, I didn't even hear that the frame rate
Do
is all
what?
choppy on my side.
That would be my Wi-Fi doing my Wi-Fi things. Like in this shot, like I know
Oh.
it's supposed to be shot like she's supposed to make her look taller, but she looks so tiny.
And once again, she's also a victim of superhero costumes being over designed in the MCU.
Oh yeah. Like the hell is all this?
It's like with each passing phase, the costumes and the armor are just over designed. It
Eventually
like
we'll hit the point of what World of Warcraft armor.
wouldn't surprise me.
Get tickets now. November 11th.
Nah, I'll pass.
Ditto.
All right, that just leaves one more trailer.
Yep. And it's the best. And as always, we have saved the best for last because this is 100% the best trailer.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
Upgrading your Wi-Fi really does suck.
Yeah.
Is there a way to fix that?
Show everybody all my shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can do.
We are currently facing some technical difficulties. Please bear with us.
Child, did you get up on my computer and chew on this Wi-Fi antenna? For real?
Oh, it's the cat's fault.
A little bit. Hold on. I don't understand how if I turn on a mobile hotspot for things. All right. I've tried a thing. Hopefully that fixes it.
Open the gates! That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield?
This one single moment is funnier than any She-Hulk episode. And look at the penguins around him. They're all like, yeah, this is super badass. We're awesome.
Yeah, I like that they kept the penguins blue. It's a nice touch.
I do not. I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
One thing I will say about this trailer, though, is I wish they gave Chris Pratt more lines.
Yeah,
Within it.
you don't really get a good feel of what his voice is supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's been a big criticism I've been hearing.
like I'm super curious to see how he's gonna play this, but at the same time, I'm like, this could either be like we're looking at old school 1980s TV show Mario Bros from like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show kind of thing where it's awful and grating, or we could get something really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not surprised. He's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, the more the openly Christian child, the openly Christian and loving child loving and traditional marriage have desiring white man. Oh my gosh, how could Hollywood stand him? And he's successful? The horror. Chris Pratt
so
is the Rock Lee of Hollywood.
mhm. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on Mario's design?
I actually like it. I like they took the because this is probably the best shot. Like it's okay. So looking at the face, it's a little too um human, I guess.
Yeah, they've shrunken the eyes.
Yeah, they shrunk the eyes. They've sort of rounded out the face a little bit too.
Yeah, I've seen people compare him to Fix-It Felix.
Yeah. He does look very Fix-It Felixy with a mustache. Which I guess which is okay. I think that from a design perspective, uh, he looks great. Like really, he. Let's be honest with ourselves and each other. This could have been so much worse. This could have been first round design Sonic levels of bad. Like, but honestly, what I like most about this trailer is it feels like it actually fucking respects its source material. Like,
Yeah, that's because
we
Nintendo actually worked closely with Illumination,
good.
which makes sense considering what happened last time Hollywood tried to make a Mario movie.
Oh,
In fact, this movie is actually would be coming out about 30 years after the last one did.
I think I agree. Legacy with the big eyes, you're sort of stuck with a set level of expressiveness. But with it like this, you can do a lot more, or in terms of expressing emotion.
Yeah. I mean, Mario, I mean, at least the video game Mario, there's honestly not very much to him in terms of personality.
Hmm.
What is this place?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
I love Toad's voice.
Yes, it's not like nails
It's
on a chalkboard like the video game voice.
yeah, it's grating, but on like it's got that very high pitch and sort of that can be annoying, but he's very it's very it's a good voice.
Yeah, so I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, this trailer definitely, unlike the Velma trailer, this one actually really understands how to do humor.
Hmm. Like, I'm curious about this thing. Don't touch that thing. Oh wait, never mind. You can touch it.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
Like that's the best line we have from um that's the best line we get, and honestly I want more. I want
Yeah,
to hear him have a dialogue with something or someone.
yeah. So I've seen a lot of people upset because they didn't bring back Charles Martinet, the voice from the video games. And to be honest, I actually think it's for the best. Because I mean, the video game Mario voice, it's iconic, but it would be so fucking irritating to hear that high pitched voice for an hour and a half. Uh, Come on, the Toad, let's go save the princess!
Yeah,
Bowser, you
yeah.
will not get away with this. You will not get away with this. Like, and just in my personal opinion, I've always thought Mario sounds better, more like a scruffy New Yorker. Like, hey, paisanos, I'm Mario. This is my bro Luigi.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
So I'm hoping that Chris Pratt will try to channel more of that scruffy New Yorker kind of voice.
Yeah.
Basically, be like Lou Albano from the Super Show.
Jack Black is in this.
Yeah, he's Bowser.
Awesome. Jack Black as Bowser fits though. Let's be real.
Yeah,
That's perfect casting.
yeah. I'm glad they kept Bowser intimidating.
Yeah.
and
They
hopefully
kept Bowser
hopefully it's
intimidating,
away.
but very clearly with Jack Black voicing him, he's very clearly intended to be somewhat comedic.
Yeah, well, I hope that with Bowser's humor, they just kind of play it dry.
It needs to be. You have to play it dry. You have to play dry, or else you lose the intimidation factor. April 7th.
Wait, is it April?
It's at April 7th.
Oh, well, shit. Well, looks like the Australians are getting it first. I'm currently watching the Australian trailer
Ah,
since it's so lagging on your end. So yeah, they get March 30th. Let's see.
I
Yeah,
am, for in all honesty, very excited about that.
yeah, it looked really good. Yep.
At any rate, that is all we have. Velma is going to be garbage because the writers are just self-aware enough to know that that what they're writing is bad, but aren't self-aware enough to actually correct it. Um, Phase 4 is garbage in general, so I don't hold out hope for Wakanda Forever. We might actually end up with a destroyed Namor, who probably didn't deserve it
Yep. Looks like it'll be mediocre schlock at best.
at best, which is sad when Marvel was at one time the peak and among some of the best storytelling coming out of Hollywood.
Yeah, just what happened? Did they just lose their writers? Or several writers or something?
Diversity.
Because now they're also starting to do Daredevil dirty. Apparently, the Netflix series is no longer canon to the MCU.
Oh yeah. Um the She-Hulk episode, I think 7 is his cameo. Oh, and it is written like it's written like a fan fiction. Like it's someone's fan fiction. And you can tell someone wanted to fuck Daredevil.
Though I have heard people say, like, I haven't read any Daredevil comics, but I have heard that apparently Matt Murdock does like to sleep around.
I mean, yeah. So does Iron Man and Hawkeye, and a lot of people like to sleep around in the MCU
Well, not
or
Hawkeye.
in Marvel.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say in the MCU, no, Hawkeye's a married man.
Hawkeye is a married man, and it makes me sad.
He's not going to sleep with you, Clayton.
I can try. Anyway, we will be back doing
make a deal with the devil to try to bring him into existence.
So we will be back next weekend with a breakdown of Andor. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what episode 2 brings us.
Yes, hopefully it's more exciting than the first one.
True. The first episode wasn't very exciting, but I think it did okay. It's supposed to build tension, which it kind of fails at doing, but also sets up enough storylines that I'm willing to forgive that.
Yeah, it just
Anyway.
needed a stronger hook.
Fair enough. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I wish you the best, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, take care.